Hi everyone, I'm Marysol. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm planning for the last week of November from the 27th through the 3rd of December, and I'm using some Live Love Posh stickers, and these are, I believe, from the Christmas, I think it's Christmas favorites or Jolly Holly favorites. I can't remember. Maybe I should look at the book, but I'm with baby right now, so I'm not going to get up and get it. But anyways, it's that black book. I believe it's been, I don't know, I don't know if it was from last year or the year before that, but I've had it and I'm trying to use up what I have on hand. And so, yeah, I have not bought that many stickers this year, at least for the seasons. So I'm using the theme that has kind of those Christmas traditional colors, the green and the reds. And I added the holly on the bottom of that left page, and then on the right, on the top of the right page, just to kind of have some variation. And now I am putting those ornaments on the top of my page. Now, I use wax paper more than not because I either rip my stickers or I rip my pages. I've gotten better, but I still do, and so that is why you'll see the wax paper there. I'm kind of taking out, a couple of things that I think I might use, but not sure really. I picked the theme, but didn't know what I really wanted to do with this theme. So that is why you see me I'm a little bit indecisive at the moment. So I did pick out some washi tape to add to my pages. I've not been as creative as I feel like I haven't been as creative as I have been in the past when I use my washi. But I do like adding those kind of strips and ripping my washi. I like taking my grid and ripping it up and kind of layering my washi. So that's one thing I've always done, is layer my washi. And I like how it looks. I like the element and dimension that it brings to my pages. But I've done kind of similar designs with my washi, which back in the day I was a little bit more, I guess, adventurous, and would definitely use my washi in different ways versus what I've been doing lately. So maybe that's something that I might consider changing on my next spread, but we will see. I feel like once you have a formula and it works for you, you kind of stick to it. And sometimes I fall guilty of that, where I have a formula on how I do my spreads and I tend to keep it the same way. But I also like the variation in my spread as well. So yeah, maybe for next week I'll do something a little bit better than what I've been doing with my washi. But as you can see, I do pick different types of widths of my washi, different designs, and when I layer them, it does look nicer. Now I went back, I had grabbed that like really deep red with the bright red, which I think was perfect. And then my grid washi is a green washi, but it's a light green, not a not a really dark muted green. So I went back through my washi and I picked this one that went perfect. Now that first strip, I was trying to get it a nice rip, ended up ripping all of it, and so that is why I had to do another piece, and that is what I'm currently layering on top. So like I said, I do like the kind of rip look on top of that red washi. So that came out pretty nice and perfect. So now I went in to get boxes. I'm going to start with my sidebar now. My sidebar went through a couple of changes. You'll actually get to see the final look, but I wanted to add that tiered decor there. I thought it was super pretty, but one, I didn't like where I was standing it, how it looked, and two, I kept ripping it. So I decided to scratch that idea right after I put on the girl. So you're going to see me lifting it up. But again, like I said, I had already ripped it a few times, so I was trying to be as delicate as possible to not continue to rip it. So I believe I just move the quote of joy into the middle of that, and I add a tree and then the box under it, and I feel like that brought my sidebar together. So here I am, like I said again, I'm just moving some things around and adding that tree, and that to me looked a lot better than what I had before. It looked busy and I didn't like how it looked. I don't know. It was just, I like the tiered decor. I just don't think it was for that corner. And since I've already taken a lot of space, top and bottom of my week, I do still need space to write. So I don't use the tier decor in my pages. So I'm going to add that truck because I love that truck. I think that truck is so cute. And then I believe I'm going to move on to that next page, and I'm adding those houses because I think the houses are so cute and also kind of bring a nice element to the other side of the page. So from here, I'm just going to add washi, and I am going to add it on that bottom side. Usually I would go from like the opposite side from the first washi that I placed, but at the time that I did this plan with me, I did not really think about that, and so I'm just, planning away. And so I don't like it to look symmetrical, but I feel like once the washi is ripped and done, I mean, it doesn't look symmetrical at all. So I'm going to continue with my washi. I think I'm just ripping an area to make it look a little bit better. That's kind of another thing. Like usually once I do like the rips on my washi, there's always one side that I like better when I look at it. I don't know, it's like aesthetically how it looks, and I feel like that right side of the page, just the rip of that grid washi looks a lot better than the one on the left side. So I mean, I don't usually, once I place it down, I don't pick it up and like redo it unless when I'm putting it down, something happens that I have to pick up or remove the washi and redo it. So I'm not going to do that now. But when I was planning this, I did think that that right side page, the washi part, looked a lot better than the one on the left side. I don't know, maybe you guys can let me know if you like this side better or the left side better, or if you just don't see any difference at all. I mean, to me, I see a difference, like it has more dimension, I guess. And so, I don't know, it looks a lot more interesting to me than the one on the right side. So here I am. I'm going to place some boxes. Now, I feel like this week is not a busy week. Like, I don't have a ton of things or like appointments, stuff like that. I do have a ton of things to do, uh, like tasks and things in the house. And when I go out, like errands, like I know that I have a ton of those, but not like appointments or the kids' appointments or anything like that. So I am going to place enough boxes, but I'm not really counting boxes for anything specific that I need. So yeah, like the boxes that I put, I just place boxes down because they look, to me, it looks, aesthetically pleasing versus because I need a box to write something in. And even if I don't have a box, like I'll write directly on the page. So that's not an issue for me. But I am going to do a lot of cluster with my boxes. And so right now I'm adding lines and checklists because, like I said, that is something that I do. I have a lot of things that I need to organize myself. And when I did this plan with me yesterday, which is Sunday, the 26th, and then I sat down and journal, and in my journal I took an area where I wrote like things that I have to get done this week. And after I did my video and took my pictures, I came upstairs and wrote in my planner. I am planning on doing an after the pen with the spread, just because I've been asked before to do them, but I don't always get the time to do it like I want to. So now that I have the time, I'm gonna do it so you see my process on how I do my after the pens, and how does it start and how do I move forward. So that is why I took the time last night to kind of do a brain dump of everything that I needed to get done and for the week so that I can transfer it onto my pages. And I'm so happy that I add a lot of checklists because I didn't realize the amount of things I really need to get done this week. I think because last week was the holidays, and so I couldn't get a lot of things done last week. So I'm taking advantage of this week. So here I am. Like I said, I'm going to do several cluster of boxes, and I add some more checklists on that left side. And I know I add kind of that other like strip checklist on the bottom, but I'm going to move that and add a box down there, because I don't know, it felt kind of bare, one. And two, I realized that I didn't put kind of like a gratitude list or things like, I don't know, I use it for a gratitude list or a happy list, or even like if I've been really productive during the week, I will write that down, just because sometimes, you need to celebrate the little things. And for me, like, when I feel very productive, I celebrate that. Like, if I get a lot of things done, um, because, as a mommy, um, it doesn't always happen, right? That you get time to get things done that you want to get done. So yeah, so I don't know if it's going to be a gratitude list or, a happy list or just a list for, of, stating how productive I've been during the week. So looking at my pages, I did realize that I had a lot of clusters on that right side page, but not a lot of clusters on the left side. And so I added a few more boxes, especially to Wednesday, because at the time I thought there was a lot more going on Wednesday. There's a couple of things, but um, not a whole lot. And that helped kind of bring it together. It looked a lot it looked a lot better. It doesn't look symmetrical to the right side, but it looks a lot better. So here I am. I'm just using headers, and all these headers and boxes are from Live Love Posh book. I really like the headers and the boxes. I do wish that like the boxes that they had, were different sizes. They either have big or those quarter boxes, or then the really skinny boxes, but like not really like square boxes, or really long boxes. And I haven't bought a book from her in a while, so I don't know that that has changed. But as of right now, what I'm using is basically, what was available on her book, and I really didn't have to dip into any other book to find what I wanted or needed for this spread. Which is always a plus because, sometimes you have to dip into other books and then it just becomes a like whole crazy mess. So basically, I mean, this is pretty much done. I will add a few quotes on that left side page, black ones, just to bring some of the black onto the other side. But this is pretty much my spread. And I'll put them on the discs so you can see how they look. Um, but I did want to say before, my video ends that, if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment. Let me know if you want to see more of, or what are you liking from my channel. If you want to see other content, you can come visit me on my Instagram page at My Little Planning Corner, or on TikTok as well. Yeah, that's what I want to say before, because I always forget to do that. But I don't want to forget in this video. So here I am going to add another quote to that top part. I don't know why I thought that top part needed a quote, but it looked bare to me. So I'm going to put Christmas vibes on it because, like I said, I was inspired, or I don't know if I said it or not, but I was inspired of doing this spread after decorating my tree this past weekend, and I really like how it turned out. And these colors reminded me of my tree. I might add a picture of my tree on the side so you can see. So that's why I did a early Christmas spread, and I don't regret it because I think it's super cute. So I am cutting off that hat on the Christmas vibes because it felt too busy up there. And then I put it back there, and yeah, this is pretty much my spread. And now I'm gonna put them on the discs so you see how that looks. Stay tuned for that after the pen video and let me know your thoughts, all right? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.